This was our throwing dart. It had a little better performance when it was heavier at the front, and if you can throw it like this and get a lot more momentum. However, it tumbles, so if we throw it like a dart, it has some performance. It's kind of worth a shot anyways. Let's give it a throw and see how far we can get it to go. Ah! Not bad. Could use improvement.
One.
Could try chunking it by holding it here, but it tumbles. So we would have to change the mass up front. Too much tumble, plenty of power, but needs more design. Hi, I'm Charlie Macklin. The tribe has spoken, and apparently what we're going to do is combine art and weaponry. What we have here is a stake we found. We talked about it in another segment. This was an old tent stake. It's got a V shape. This lends itself to attaching to a round surface very well. And when you can sharpen this on a rock, it becomes very sharp. It takes a little practice though. Another thing you'll notice we did is we butted it against a knot in the branch here. This knot is a natural hard spot in the grain, and it prevents this spike from sliding backwards. Another good feature of a V-shaped groove is if this hits an animal for some kind of self-defense, it would open a wound that would bleed more, and that sounds pretty awful. But if you're talking about hunting or survival, this is something that ancients would have had to do, and they would have had to have shaped objects like this into a spear shape that would break off inside the animal, and you can follow the animal as it bled. It's pretty horrible, but that's one of the ways they must have operated in the past. We also built this throwing spike, which really looks cool. It's kind of, the idea was to have the center of mass in front of the center of pressure so that it would fly like a dart. It didn't really fly well. We didn't have the right kind of fins or enough weight up front, but it's still pretty neat, and we'll give it a throw here in a minute. So, this guy, how you would use it, you could use it defensively, artistically, looking at the art, very neat. And defensively, you know, just as a standing spear, you could have it as a fighting weapon, you know, whack, whack, something like that. Ah! Okay, that might keep a bear away, or just anybody messing with your camp. And as a throwing spear, you want to find the center of mass, the balance point, right about there. See how it's balancing? Grab it, and then throw it from that center of mass. Ah! Try another one. To try an alternative way to throw it that might get more power, I was thinking we could push it from the back on the right arm while holding it at the center of mass on the left. It seems to give more power but less accuracy. Let's give it a try. After throwing this, you can see the impact damage right here. Look at the force that was able to be generated. It bent that stake like that and wedged it into the wood. A good 1.5 inches. That would have been a nasty wound. It could use a more weight and a sharper tip, and it would have gone further. And my throwing is novice, so but with some practice, this could be a good hunting weapon. Here's another throw. After doing some straightening to the metal, you can see it's gone quite deep into the roots and wood here. Look at there, it was maybe 3-4 inches into that material. Now this is a soft steel, so it doesn't lend itself to this. But for a single shot it would work, and the weapon has some usability to it. The design does. The materials could use it. Anyway, that's enough with weapons for one day. Thanks and have a good one.